Good day, everybody. It's Max, and welcome back to Infinifactory, the Rebels. That's right. We're going against the frog alien scum. You know it. And them frog scum. We're building our own little battleships using their supplies. Yeah. I mean, this game is just so cool. It's just so cool. And, anyway, as the Rebels, we got to carry on, people. Before we get started, a big thanks to recent subscribers, as their names are going at the bottom of the screen. Of course, a big thanks to live chat. Look deep into your heart and you will see the answer. Wow. That's actually really deep in its own thought. And of course, all those watching in all the time zones later, I appreciate very much. Feel free to watch me at 2 times speed, because you get 2 for the price of 1. Because I'm awesome no matter what you do. And at the same time, of course, I am still recovering from surgery. Now, I am fairly recovered, but I am having a little bit of something going on today, so we'll see how it goes anyway. If it gets a little easier, I play on, people. That's what I do. Okay, let's switch this screen over because there's things to get done, people. There's things to get done, and there we are. We're in the Rebel hideout with the Rebel people, and of course, just before, I tried to sneak in so many side games of Infinifactory just before surgery. So let's have a look at the big board. We were in production zone 1. We actually were doing structural frames when we finished, and you'll notice here it says it's completed now. Well, that's because I actually completed it off while I was off sick, because hey, even I get to entertain myself a little bit. But I'm going to show you the solution. We actually had most of the solution, so what little pieces are left is what's going on here. So we're actually going to go in here. Let's have a talk with the talking board with Nia. She'll give us the quick rundown, just like we did with the last live stream of Infinifactory, and then we'll have a look at the actual solution, because we actually did most of it. I just had to finish the final hollowing out piece, which is now done. Let's have a look.
I wonder who that monument was built for.
I don't know.
I don't like it.
No, I don't either.
They're watching us from above. It only reminds me that the Toads could come at any time. So far, we have only been a minor annoyance to them. But how long until they come for us? We need this shipyard so we can leave before that happens.
Okay. Well, she's panicking. Okay, let's have a look. So this part here we actually had done mostly completed. And of course, here is what we wanted for the final version. Basically a cube, a hollowed out cube. And of course, the big trick to that was we don't have up and down lasers. So there's no way to do this upper and lower hole. Now, we had actually done somewhat of a cube earlier where we actually did the side pieces using our lasers. So that is what we got going on up here. We actually build the entire cube out of a a single blade of metal, and then we take those 4 pieces and piece them all together to build this cube. Now, that's because we can't do the top and bottom hole. We actually got to build around that. So we're going to run this. You're going to see that happen. Then we, down here, we stick those pieces together. We stick the pieces together as part A and then part B down here. And then that final hole of pew-pewing through the center is where it is. G-Mod! What's up? I hope it's all good in the neighborhood. No, it never did stop the factory chaos. No, my factory chaos is part of the fun. So here we are. We got the big blade of metal coming out of the foundry there. It's gonna look awesome. It's gonna look awesome when it shoots this, of course. And boom, there we go. So of course it turns those pieces and then locks them in place. So now we've actually made 2 halves of a cube, which is awesome. Next thing to do is now to make these 2 halves become 1, which is what's going to happen on the next laser shoot. So then, of course, we got this guy parking here. This guy's got to do some flip-flopping, right? He's got to get into place. So this guy has to wait until he got into place because you can't turn these big things with they're in the way. He'll now drop down. Boom, there it is. And he slides over. Boom, and then now he goes off and gets counted. Look at that. that would be 1 cube. There you go. So it's kind of a 3-step process. Yeah, well, I mean, it's a really nice effect, isn't it? I mean, I must admit, that's a really cool effect that they gave them blocks. And it's not even like Minecraft blocky. Like, it's got a really nice fade to it, right? So I will say, that is a nice feature. Now, I don't know about the believability of having molten, like, metal around you in a big pool like this. I think that's more for the aesthetics, but, you know, I mean, it's different. I will say that. Right? So as you can see here, we're pushing the blocks through, and I could have fixed this to only shoot the lasers once, but I figure it looks so cool with the multi-laser shooting effect, and it doesn't affect the actual output. Heck with it. I mean, you know, yeah, look at this. Like, I mean, literally, it looks like I got a battleship laser going off here. So, yeah, it's kind of like an extra bonus for me, right? So, yeah, we put the pieces together. They get welded, and of course, when they're all welded, of course, we're doing the welding for these 2 halves right there. And of course, this button here triggers off at the same time to send it on its way, right? Boom, see? So they get welded in that little corner, and then they get sent off. It's actually pretty nifty. We're down to 3, of course. And of course, that is the solution for this one as we left off on that last stream. And, yeah, we'll just zappy. Yep, let's go. We got things to do today. There we go. All right. Done. Nice. And, of course, because I had played this one, I still say put some of those lasers on the front of the ship. I know, right? I mean, these lasers are pretty awesome. But we got some surprises coming up, don't we? So we continue on to the barracks. That one was done. Because some of these take like quite a fair amount of time to solve, I've actually gone ahead and done the initial build parts. But I haven't solved any of these, so you'll notice say not yet solved, not yet solved, not yet solved. What I've done is I've gone into each of the puzzles and just kind of done the grunt work, right? You know, all of these have some sort of thing we have to split apart, right? So I've gone into each one of these and I've split them apart, basically. And then kind of sometimes I put some of the pieces together where the puzzling was really crazy and wonky, or whatever, right? But now we're going to move on to anti-javelin batteries. So let's get into this. And again, we got some done here, but let's have a listen to see what Nia has got to say about it. We'll have a look at what it is they want, and then I think she'll be really happy with this, because, I mean, if this works, then we, guns for days, right? All right, talk it.
Salvitros does not share Miruvo's interest in humans. Frankly, I'm kind of relieved. Could you imagine if they were all like that?
Well, that's pretty intense, Nia. Okay, so what do we got here? Well, okay, so what we have old shuttlecraft coming in here, okay? Old shuttlecraft with 2 pew-pew lasers. All right, so there's the shuttlecraft body, there's the front windows. We've built shuttlecraft in previous episodes. And on the back side, of course, shuttlecraft have engines, right? So there's the engines. Down here, we're going to take that shuttlecraft and we're going to build big honking cannons for our spaceships. I mean, this is awesome. I love this. So we're going to build some big honking cannons for our spaceships. The shuttles only come with 2 guns. We need 6. And of course, this looks nothing like a shuttle. So, Nightbot, I see you're working as good as always. Yeah. So, the first thing we have to do is we have to take the guns off of this thing. The second thing we got to do is kill off the engines. The engines are useless anyway. The next thing is, of course, is basically the top half of this shuttle is pointless. Now, we need the bottom half because the bottom half is... if you come over here and you have a look, the bottom half we can use as the base pillar. We need 1 of these cubes. Just one of them. Just one of them. And we need 6 guns. Okay? So, we need the base of this shuttle and the 2 guns, but we don't need the top half of the shuttle, and we don't need the engines, and I only need 1 of these cubes. right? Both of these guns have cubes on them, and I only need one of them. So, how are we going to do that? All right, well, here's how we're going to handle it. First, let's have a look at it from this angle, okay? So this is the shuttle. We have a gun on the left, the shuttle body, and a gun on the right. So the gun on the right's the easiest. What we're going to do is we're just going to shave everything off of it. All right? This lower half here, this lower engine, and this cube holding the gun on here, we're just going to shave that right off. So we're going to run that, and done. Okay? So basically, we took the shuttle, and we just basically chomped off the whole side of this thing, and without the side of it, of course, this gun's now free floating, right? Which we just allow it to slap on a belt, and away it goes. All right, so I'm going to reset this again. Now for the left gun. Now the left gun, of course, is just like the right gun with one difference, and that is we need to keep this cube, right? We need this cube. I can't just crunch it off like I did on this side with that second grinder. I need this cube this time, which means I got another problem. This cube is currently stuck to the shuttle body. So yes, I can get rid of the engine down here with a grinder, but I can't get rid of this cube, and it's stuck to the upper half of the shuttle body, so I can't really do anything with this gun until after we get rid of the shuttle body. But what we do with that is we do that as a 2-in-1 step. As you can see here, we're going to get rid of the top of the shuttle body by using lasers, and when we do that, this gun becomes free floating after we get rid of the engine. Then we can capture this gun, right? So let's see that now in action. All right, so here it comes. We got rid of the engine. Boom. And now, as you can see here, we have ourselves not just one gun, but a gun which has the box on it. And that is how we got that one. Now, just to reset this again, as mentioned, we need the base of the shuttle. So we got to get rid of these guns, and we got to get rid of this first layer of this shuttle. So that is where we're going to... that cube looks like a rotor. Yeah, probably some sort of rotating gun turret, right? But that's why we only need one of them, right? The simple boxes in this game, huh? I know, right? Yeah, it's pretty wacky. It's pretty wacky. Okay, so now we're going to get rid of the entire top of the shuttle, which of course releases this gun at the same time. So the gun goes off to the left. The bottom of the shuttle body shuffles over and goes off to the right. We need 3 shuttles to get 3 sets of guns off them. But that gives me too much platform. We're going to have to trim that up later, right? The metal base is only 3x5. And that's a problem because we're going to have way too much metal base. And we're actually going to have too much on the guns too. We're going to have to laser that. We're going to have to fine tune this part, and that's what that build is going to be down there. Again, I didn't want to do the whole build. I just wanted to do some of the nitty gritty, takes up too much time stuff of the build. So this is now where we're going to see this part now run. We're going to see it make the guns, right? So there goes our first base of 3. Right? Here's our second base of 3. Here comes our first top guns. Here are the bottom guns, right? Now we need all these things to come together. So there's the base. There's the bottom gun. And then we need the top gun to come down. Here we go. And boom. There we are. Nice. And, of course... Now this is no good, right? So we at least now. So let's have a stop here to see what we got. Okay, so we got the guns together, but they've got too many bases, right? So we got to get rid of the 2 bases on here, and we also got to get rid of this whole extra platform, right? So we can do that probably. Right here. Okay, so let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's do that. I gotta be a little careful what I get rid of here, right? Alright, so we want to get rid of... That's going to come off of there. Well, let me run this and see how far this really goes, right? Okay. So there comes our base. Here comes the guns up top, right? that guy drops in. This other guy's going to drop in right in behind it. And let's see how far this moves over. And boom. All right. Now, will this should push this one along? That's what I just want to make sure this one gets pushed along, right? Okay, cool. That's exactly what we want. All right, excellent. Sure. Everything is fine. Except that, you know what you forgot to watch, Max? You forgot to watch, like, exactly how far that was coming out, right? That would have been nice. Stop right there for a second. So, it would have been really nice to have it come out 3 more and then do that. Okay, let's see if we can't fix that up. We'll do this. Okay, and we'll do this, and then I just realized we're probably going to have to drop this because, you know, it's really big. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I just realized I gotta trim that off because this base is way too long. It's a 3x3 base. Really? Okay. Well, that's something I gotta take care of too. Or is it? Yeah, like the base on this thing I think is 4. You know what? Why don't we just run it and see what it is? Fast forward. Yeah, so the base on this thing is 4 long. Okay, well then let's take care of that right here. So you're coming off of there. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. And then it'll be 1, 2, 3. I can put the laser right here. Yep. And we'll put laser here. I mean, we might as well fix this now, because if we don't fix it now, then we got a problem. Yeah, we don't want to shoot the laser, though, until right here. Because we don't want this laser to fire, like, 3 times. Alright, so that should now cut the base down to 3. This way. I probably could. Squeezing it all in. Alright, so that is going to get... Oh, that's not good. That didn't go far enough. Okay, let's make sure that gets fixed. Is that going to be a problem, Max? I don't know. Anyway, we'll find out in a second. I probably could have wigged it somehow, but, you know. Alright, so... Yeah, that's not coming forward enough. Alright, you guys are being really hurt. Okay. Pretty short. Alright, how much farther do I gotta go with this thing? Alright, go. And boop, there he goes. Oh, that's a problem. I'm not allowing it over far enough anymore. That's because you've put these in the wrong spot, you goof. Never mind. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. I will fix it. I will fix it. Do that. Boom, boom. I guess I messed it up by a button. Alright, well, let's see if I fix that. Okay, so there we go. And then... Yeah, so now... Oh, yeah. Now you're way too far forward now, dude. Okay. Yeah, I really messed that up. Anyway, this is fine. This is why I see me... Nope. So now we do this. Boop. Actually, I might as well try and do this at the same time. Okay. Now... I need to build this conveyor. Oh, no. Let's just do this, dude. So we got rid of the front piece. Is this how far out you want that? Probably not now. You need this to travel on a conveyor belt closer than that, dude. Yeah, I guess so, right? So I guess now I do have to put it back here because that's a thing. Alright. Oh, really? Okay. Listen, put that down. Okay. Yup. Pew 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 pew. Sure. I'm going to do. I'm gonna do a thing here. Actually, I'm gonna do this. That's how we're gonna get around this little problem. We're gonna take that out. We're gonna take this out. We're gonna take this out. There we go. Okay, so let's. I just need the spacing to get right. Are they the wrong way? Oh, yeah, they are. I see them. Yeah. Boy, oh boy. How? Really? I was hoping that it would figure that out. Is it not able to do that? All right, well, that will do. I mean, that's fine. That will do. Okay, so let's go with that. All right, so the guns get built. Top guns, bottom guns, all the guns. Yes. Okay, that's good. We'll take that. Okay, so. Okay, and he gets pushed over and stops. Perfect. Right, this guy's going to get pushed over next. Now, what we want to happen is I need this thing to fire a gun. All right, so this looks great. I do need to fire a pew-pew laser. I need to fire multiple pew-pew lasers here, actually. I need to fire a laser right there, and then these three right here. So, sure, he says. This is fine. Yep. Okay, stop there. Let's see if I get the spacing on this right. So, I need a laser. One there, one there, one there. And then I need a laser right there. And then something there, and then one right there. Okay, and then I need a block to trigger all this. Sure. Is that out far enough? I don't think it's out far enough. I don't think the gun's gonna clear it. Okay. Just a second. We'll just move my little creation over here a little bit. It's perfectly fine. No, you need this first, dude. Okay, and 1, 2. I mean, it doesn't really matter how far back this thing is. The lasers tend to shoot as far as they want. So, it's perfectly fine. Okay, there we go. You can do that. Oh, really? Here, just do this for a second, would you? It'll save me some time. Okay, there we go. And then we need the wiring for all this. Zip and zip. Okay, yep. Now, triggering this. We need the trigger to be right here. Is that going to be okay? Is that all right of a place to trigger this? I think it is. Should be all right to trigger that right there. And then we'll just borrow a little of that wiring out this way. Okay, let's see if that how well that runs. I probably could do it off the other sensor, but I mean this one's perfectly fine, right? I mean, you know, just saves me from running lines all over the place. Okay, so that comes in here, boom, drops the gun in, boom. This gun's now coming in now, boom. Okay, and he comes forward. All right, yeah, and that's fine. First round of lasers, no good anyway, right? Everybody's gonna get shot here, right? Cool. Let's hope we don't mess this up. Okay, and boom. All right, let's pause that to see if it worked. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That is one beautiful mega gun to put on a battleship. That's what that is, people. And then we just load these full of laser things and, well, that's the whole thing at the end of the day, right? If it works, right? That's, you know, I mean, it's the entertainment of what it is you come up with. All right, so this should actually work. I think we're good. So if we hit the button on that, yes, that's a win, people. 10 more of those, or 9 more of these, and we're a winner. Yeah, just nice little clip. Boom. See, and it pushes it off, puts it in. It's perfect. Just the way it should be. So another Max representative masterpiece of engineering is what it is. I must admit, pretty cool. Yeah, the only thing is a lot of these bigger puzzles, it's not that they're overly hard. It just, you got to test it over and over and over and over again to get the right spacing and the right height and the right stuff, right? So that's what I was trying to save. That's what I'm trying to save some time on, right? Because I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, building the puzzles is great, except some of this stuff is pretty repetitive. Though I must admit, this one's a little bit quirky just because the trimming down of all the guns and stuff. Yeah, mentality takes some small shuttle weapons strapped together with duct tape. Yeah, I mean, you know, that works for us, right? Take some shuttlecraft weapons, duct tape them together. Yeah, I mean, yeah, human, bigger, better, you betcha. Yeah, I mean, that's the general rule of thumb, right? I mean, if it's bigger, it's better, yeah. And I mean, look, the cycle score's 470. I mean, that's right about where everybody else does it. My footprint's a little high, but that's because I'm being a little sloppy with the wiring and stuff again. I'm not going for like super top end, right? The block score is 154. Again, I could have saved a whole bunch of blocks here, so many blocks. You know, you could take spaces out of those blocks. I know I just wasted 6 blocks back here just from the spacing types. So there's places you could like fine tune it, but it's all right, right? Hey Ace, what's up? I hope it's all good in the neighborhood. You betcha. Caught up on the videos yesterday. Hey, no problem. Glad to have you live. It's all good. You bet. All right, so with that puzzle out of the way, let's have a look at the mag tube corridor. All right. Now, the only thing, this one I've done very little with. Now, it looks like a lot, but it's actually very little. Again, I just saved us the time of the splitting of the pieces, right? Because, I mean, this is the same in every puzzle, right? We got a thing that's going to spit out stuff. We're going to split that into pieces. Over here, I've got this big block of metal, which we're gonna take a piece of it. Now, I'm actually going to change this design because I'm going to run it. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Mr. O, I hope it's all good in the neighborhood. You betcha. So what we have here, we have 2 pieces. We have a solid square block coming out of this furnace. Okay, cool. And over here, we have this rinky-dink weird star shape, as you can see right there, coming out of this furnace. This is what they want. What they want is actually pretty simplistic. They just want a square, but they want a square where the 4 corners are them star blocks. So it's actually, so there's 2 ways you could go to boat this. One, you could take your big block of metal, cut it down into 4 pieces, and then weld it all together. But my method's going to be better. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the big block of metal, cut out the 4 corners, and weld them in. Then I'll shoot out the middle piece just before it goes into the machine. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And that's what this does. So this obviously is going to take out, this is going to make our 4 corners. We're going to run the machine as it is here in a minute. This will make the 4 corners. This is going to make the big block for us, but I don't like something about this, and I'm going to change this design. So we're going to have a look at that afterwards. Let's see what Nia's got to say, though, before we get started, right? Because Nia's always got something to say. Nia, what do you got?
Dave and I argue whether anyone noticed our disappearances. It's impossible to know how many humans the overlords took. Dave said it could be millions. If that is true, what are they doing back home? Did anyone else see the lights over my town?
Scum frogs.
For us? Did our countries join forces to figure it out, or are they blaming one another? Does everyone just think it's a massive conspiracy?
Of course they do.
When we go back, if we make it back, how will we explain Salvatros' plan? We were abducted by aliens that look like toads, and now these other aliens that look like frogs want you to come back and fight the toad-like ones. Are they even remotely prepared for this back on Earth?
Heck no.
We're
too busy fighting each other. What? We're going to show up in a big battleship, and it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Okay, so let's run this. Again, this is not even close to being complete. This just handles the initial breaking apart of the pieces, right? And these are solid blocks, so you do have to cut them with lasers. So we do have these laser cut. So we're just going to run this. Look at us go. Right? Look at this big block of metal coming out here. I mean, this is perfectly fine. You know, we'll run this a couple of times. So let's have a look at what happens to the big metal block. Boom. Okay. So I literally shoot most of the big metal block. Hey, but I get my block, right? So here we go. You got the nice metal block here. But I'm not happy with this. We're gonna fix that. Okay, so we're going to start this again so we can see how we get the four corners. So we got the four corners coming out here on a big tube. Yeah, does Earth even still exist? Well, I would hope so. Yeah, we're too dumb. All right, Earth's still there. All right, and boom. As you can see, we have the laser cuts there, and of course we have the four corner pieces laying on the floor. Or not? Why did you not drop on the floor? Ah, oh, darn it. Did I forget one? I forgot one. Ah, oh, man. That means I got to change this whole design by one. That stinks. All right, fine. All right, well, let's fix this before we move on to the next thing. Yeah, you forgot to add a laser here, you goof. Darn it. Yup. Alright, yep. Alright, so, one laser. You forgot to cut this last piece off. Yeah, well, I can't remember all the things. Nope, you gotta put a bumper in there. Yes, and this is what I was trying to avoid, having to rebuild too many times in a row, right? So that's that. But now this is going to be off by a couple, and then this is going to be off by at least two, and then this one's going to be off by like three. Gee whiz, Max. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we got that one's going to cut. That one's going to cut. Darn it. Let's get this repaired. Oh, I think I took one too many off there. All right. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can add the laser back to this side. Right? And then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. You need to be a bumper. And then you need to be a laser. Okay. Let's fix all the wiring up to this point, just so as I don't forget about it. Go up. Okay, and go up. All right. So now we got the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a laser. Now you got to fix all this, of course, because this is all wrong. So you might as well just redo it. Fine. Right. Do that. So we got the thing there. Turn him this way. 3, 4, 5. And then we need you to be here. I need a button. Done. Okay. And we draw you down like this. Boop. Like so. We come you across and you down. Okay, so that should now fix that. Slightly unfortunate that I messed it. I know. You can use the area select tool to move the whole thing. I can? What? No. You guys have been holding out. Well, I'll try that here in a second because I'm about to mess this side all up anyway. Area select tools. What? All right, so here we go. That's so mean. So mean. Okay, that's fine. There we go. There's our fourth block, and he's fine. All right, so we can get that off of there now. Let's have a look at this. So the problem here is I actually want this solid block. It would actually benefit me to have the solid block come out this way. That way I don't have to do some fancy transportation up and around and over and down and, I don't know, 10 other things. Or maybe I should have the block drive around this, and then this will give me time to this would give me some time to set these up, because I mean I got these off the lift, but I have to do something with them now, right? Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Guys are so mean. Okay, so we need 4 corners to pew out. But I am going to change this design. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and we're going to take you out, and take you out, and take you out. Now, why am I doing it there, right? I mean, that just seems so weird. Well, you'll see in a second. Okay, do that. Button. We always like a button. So now we just need 1 pressure jigger, put that right there, and we need belt right here, just to get that out of the way for a minute. We can take this one out for a minute, and we can decorate this full of candy, like this. Now, I should clean this wiring up over here to save on blocks, right? I mean, it's not really that important to me, but, you know, just because it, you know, makes things look a little better. There we go. Throw some lasers at that sucker. All right. Yeah, there's that. There's that. There's this. Get rid of that. Okay, and do that. Oh, nope, one more, dude. One more. All right, there we go. Now we just got to throw a couple pieces of wire in here. Now let's just test that to make sure. Now you're going to say, well, why don't you just do it right here? Why didn't you just take it from the start? Well, that's because it takes about 2 clicks. It takes about 2 seconds for everything to get out of the way. And if I tried to steal it from here, that 2 seconds would actually get blocked by the cube getting out of the way, and I want this to be running continuous. So you're going to see what's going to happen here in a second, but you'll notice, then you'll know why I take the one I do, right? So many lasers. Yeah, so many lasers. Oh yeah, I feel so good about lasers. All right, here we go. This is fine. Now we'll run these faster, of course, a little later. Boom! There we go. That's what we want. And you'll notice here, so you notice it took 2.5 blocks for this to fully get out of the way before, right? So if I had taken it from this first section, that would have actually set off the timing. The timing would be off, right? So then, of course, it would be 2 blocks short, and this would be 2 blocks ahead and get worse, and the cycling would get all off. That's why we take the block from this piece here and not the rest of it. There you go. Okay, so now that you got that, yay us. What do you want to do with that, Max? Well, these 2 down here, we should poof them up into the air, right? Sure, he says. That's awesome. Well, yeah, that's what I thought. It's awesome. We should poof them into the air like we just don't care. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so you can get poofed up into the air here. And you can get poofed up into the air here. Now, that's because we need 2 top ones and 2 bottom ones, right? So you're actually level with this, and this would be a good spot to drop this all in, right? If you kind of know what I'm thinking here, we kind of want to drop this all in kind of right here. This would actually work really good, and then we'll push it off or something like that and send it down. So Let's take our other two, I guess. Yeah, we'll take these two here. So you're going to be my two bottom pieces. Sure, he says. Okay, you're going to be my two bottom pieces like that. Now, obviously, I got this slight problem. We got this solid cube that's going to come around the corner. These guys have got to... I got to kind of meet these guys halfway in the middle somewhere, right? Because it's all about timing here, right? And just so as we don't lose all the things. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, so how fast can I get a cube to run all the way around here? Sure. This is fine, he says. Okay. Sure. It's perfectly fine. Okay, so that's the edge of the building. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I need you to go that way. I do need to get this. I do need to shoot this guy. Where are we going to shoot this guy at? We could probably shoot him as he's going down that way. I think that's probably the good idea. I can set up 4 lasers over there. We'll shoot him that way. I'm wanting to tell you the platform blocks do not count towards your block score. Oh, really? Oh, man, I am so doing that. Yeah, I'll then look out. I mean, if platform blocks don't count, I mean, gee whiz. 3, 4. Yeah, if platform blocks don't count, then I'm using all the platform blocks. Okay, okay, we'll go this way. Alright, so that's good. I do got to turn this one, though, or it's going to just drive right into the ditch. Do that. Alright, so let's just make sure that this is going to at least get the block over there. I just don't know how fast it's going to get over there. I think I'm going to have to add some delays into this part here. That's fine. I mean, we've done delays before. I'm all for delays. Yeah, let's go. Got things to do. Okay, so here we go. Right, these guys are going to drop in. I'll deal with a laser with that guy. Oh, that went way too far. Please stop. Yeah, I don't want you going that far, dude. Nope. Will you do the same thing down here? Probably. So you should do this. And then you're going to have to do the same thing over here. Okay, we'll do that. Alright, off you go. Yep. Let's go have a look over here for a second. Okay, boom. That's better. That's much better. Okay, yep, so he's coming around. We're going to put some pew-pew lasers over there just to trim off the block corners. I just got to make sure he can make this trip all the way around here, right? So yeah, he's making the trip all the way around. Oh, wow, I must admit, that's not as delayed as I thought it was going to be. Okay, so we'll stop there for a second. Okay, that's not too bad. If I make these a little longer and make his trip a little shorter, I can probably do this all in one go. That actually works out good for me. All right. Yep, get rid of that. Okay, so, of course, we do need to pew-pew. We need to pew-pew a thing here. So, pew-pewing of the things. We're going to put a block there. We're going to put a block there. We're going to put a laser here. Boop. Boop. And then we're going to go up 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. And then 2 more lasers. Boom, boom. Okay. Then we'll wire this all together. And we'll come down here. 1, 2, 3. There we go. We'll put the button right here, because, I mean, why not? The button looks good here. As it makes the turn. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if that works for us. I'll figure out. I'll fix the timing on the other side here in a second. Gravity is your friend. Sometimes it is. Boom. Oh, he's stuck. Okay, yep. Well, of course he is. Because now that you shot the corner off of him, he can't move anymore. Because, darn it. Really? Fine. Yeah. So you're gonna... Now you've got to shrink everything by 1 max. Because he's kind of tight. This one should work fine, but this one over here is going to cause us a problem. Because that's a thing. So I got to do this. Alright. So we can clean that one up. And we got to clean this one up over here. Something like that. And then clean that all the way up down there. Alright, everything is fine in the world. Okay, so that should be better. Off you go. Alright, here comes our block. There we go. Okay, so he's still 5 long, though, so this guy over here should be okay. Right? Yeah, so he is fine. But now, this 3 block is 1 too long. Gosh darn it. No, it's fine. I know what I gotta do there. I just gotta put this in here. Yep. Okay, so let's talk about this. Okay, so we're going to do. We're going to bring this down here a little bit farther. Okay, I mean we might as well try and get this next piece in at the same time, right? Here, you know what? Since blocks really aren't counting at the moment. Well, I mean they count, just not as much as they should. Okay, so we'll just drag that out here and we'll get rid of you and that's not right against that wall, right? Oh, good. We can use a pusher block against that wall when it's all done. Did you want to try and do this? Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Do that. And somewhere's around there. Yes. Except that you messed that up, Max. No, you didn't. Well, I didn't mess it up. I just... Okay, just fix it then, alright? There you go. I mean, this thing has to land on something, dude. Well, it is going to land on something. It's just not the thing you think you're going to land on. It's that. Cool. Alright. Everything is fine. Alright, so... Now... we're going to take this. We're going to put this right here. Please don't let this fall into the lava pit. I'm just sticking this out here for now. I'll figure out where it's going later, right? Here, we'll just do that. Now, 1 piston. Boop. Right here. When are we going to try and weld this all together, Max? Yikes. That's a good question. How are you going to do that? These are going to drop in first, and then these can get welded over here. Yes, you can weld them here. And the reason is because you'll have holes here. It'll be fine. Right? Okay, we're going to do that. Right? Because these should slip right over those and then get in there. Now, we'll worry about the top ones afterwards. I just want to get the bottom ones lined up, get a button on this, and then kind of see it all kind of come. Now, that's where that pusher rod's going to go, but we'll deal with that afterwards, right? So many lasers that are not needed. Why not? What do you mean they're not needed? I mean, this is perfectly fine. It helps with my timing. And it looks cool. I mean, come on. It's got a cool factor. All right, you're a short one. You're a bum. Okay. I mean, you gotta go with the cool factor. I mean, you know. All right. Yeah, run that. Do. All right, so stick the... Lasers. So many lasers. Yeah. I could, but, you know, this looks way cooler. Actually, the timing on this is a little tricky because of just how that works. Oh, why did that... Whoa. Oh, you forgot to take that block out. Okay, so this would have worked. This would have at least put the first two corners in. Okay, so... yeah, turn that off and get rid of that block. All right, now for the top side, right? Top side stuff. Okay, let's just run this so as I can see how high these guys get shot into the air, like they just don't care, right? And right there. All right. So they get shot into the air, one block after that. Okay. You know, I think I'm going to move them. I think I got an idea. All right. Cool. All right. So I'm going to do this. I might clean that up. I still like all the lasers, though. Okay, so we'll put that there. Put that there. Put that there. We're going to put this here. Okay, and then this guy. Now I will replace these in a minute. I'm just getting the blocks in here for now, right? Just let me get them in here first. You put that. Where did you put that? No, don't put that there. I don't even know why I was doing that single-handedly. I don't know. Stunning and brave or something. Okay, so let's go with that. All right. We'll drag that down here. These are going to need a delay. And that's because I need these to fall on top after Mr. Block gets here, right? But right now, these will arrive before the block gets here, I think. Right? So the other thing I got to do here is, of course, we got to add pusher pistons to all this stuff. So let's do that. And yep, right to there. And then, oh, you can't do that, you goof, because you're going to block your own path. That's true. That's why you're going to take it from here instead. Yes, I am. That's perfectly fine. Okay. So this one is going to go this way. I guess this would kind of be my delay, if I can look at it that way. This might actually work as my delay. I guess I don't need them power towers there. I could have done this differently. Anyway, that's fine. I mean, it just looks cooler. That's my excuse for everything. It just looks cooler. So it's fine. Like, I could have just put that wire right here, right? Instead of this monstrosity going on. Whatever. Okay, and then get rid of these. And then put that right there. Turn it around. Okay, so let's run that. All right. Well, of course it's just suggestions. All right, so see, yeah. Okay, so I'm really worried about all this timing. I think that's going to be way too late for it to get down here before this cube gets around. I may have to find a way to... Alright, so the tops are on the way. But see, the bottoms are on the way. The next set of bottoms. But the next set of tops are here. Oh, thanks, autosave, for scaring me. I thought... Oh, now what? Oh, I hate it when it does that. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Okay, yep. Okay, and then it's right there, and then... Is it 3 high? I think it's 3 high. That's going to be the thing. Oh, wait. I can't remember where I got to put these. Is it here, or is it one higher or one lower? Well, I'll put them here, but I think I got to put it one higher. I don't think that's going to work there, dude. Oh, I can just weld them on the side. I don't have to do it that way. Whatever. I mean, I could literally weld these right up the side on this sucker. All right. Yeah, I can just do it like that. Oh, but you can't do that on this side because it's got to move it out that side, dude. Really? Okay. All right. Well, first, you know what? I'll just get it over. I'll get him over here so I can measure it, and then I'll get it right. Yeah, I can. Right? We'll just get this guy over here. Right? Let's get this guy over here. I'm gonna drop him in. Right? So he drops in. Okay, so I'm one too high there. So we're going to stop that there for a second. All right, so this one I just got to drop down one. This one's the tricky one. Because he's coming out this way, right? But he came in this way. Gosh darn it. Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, I mean, this worked out great here because we're not going that way. But he's got to come out this way, which means I can't have him blocked here at all. But he's got to come in this way, so I can't block him here at all either. Now, I am going to try something a little dirty. This is fine. This is fine. I don't know if this will work or not, but I'm going to try it. And I got to move this one down one anyway. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to try something a little squeaky. See if this works. All right. Oh, I could try top welders. Yes, I could do that. No, I can't because, see, I got to drop it in from the top. That's why top welders don't work here. What I'm going to try and do is I'm actually going to try and see if it clips this and welds itself on the way out. I know, this is pretty intense. Okay, so as soon as this guy drops in, I need this guy to get out of here. Oh, stop it with the stupid backpack thing. I actually need a button here. I need this. Need a button. And now I need you to go somewhere. Actually, I don't need that. Okay. We gotta get this thing out of here anyway, so it's time to go. Sure. Yep. We'll just come right underneath there, something like that. Okay, there we go. We'll run that, see what happens. All right, so there's the bottom pieces. This comes in. It didn't drop this time. Why didn't it drop this time? Because you're a bum. Why am I a bum? That should have dropped fine. Why didn't it not drop this time? What did I miss? Yeah, send that over here. Yeah, you guys drop in. Okay. And... okay, so he should be getting ready to drop in there, right? Oh! Ah, darn it. Well, of course he did. That makes sense. Fine. Well, I mean, I can trigger it off of this one, I guess. That's fine. Just one second. We know this guy is going to be the next guy here anyway, so I could just do this and then put the button over here instead. I don't need all this mess now. I'll just detach it from that. I'll fix the button afterwards. Okay, yep, go away. All the things. All right, there we go. Run that. We know the base plates get here before everything else, so they should be able to push this away before everything else gets here, right? As long as the base plates don't cause me any headaches. Yeah, see, the base plates are going to get here before the tops get here, and that's bad because now this is going to get pushed away. Yeah, that's what I figured. Top mag sensor, which would be fine if I wasn't dropping it in, right? I mean, oh, okay, I could try and put it. No, I can't put it there. And I can't put it on that. Gosh darn it, where am I gonna find this thing? Let me run it again. I gotta see. I do better figuring out the issue when I see it running, because then I can see where the pieces are all at when it comes to solving where I gotta take the piece at, right? So yeah, do that. Okay, so we've got our bottom pieces coming down here, and they're gonna fall into place. Okay, that's fine. We knew he was going to be an issue. Now, all right, so let's stop that there for a second. See, our top pieces, our second set of our first top pieces. Now, this, I wasn't worried about these bottom pieces because it was like, who cares, right? They're just going to run into the block and park themselves there, and they would have been fine. But now it looks like I'm going to have to add a delay to them. I can't add a delay. They've got to get here first. I mean, I could add one delay to everybody. And that would set everybody up still the same. Still doesn't help you with your problem, though. Okay, so... I could try to put a blocker in with the main blocker in position. Yes. Can I do that? I could put a blocker. I can try a blocker, and then when this gets pushed out, have it release. But it'll never get pushed out, dummy, because this isn't going to happen. The problem with a blocker is I could block it, but it will never release itself. You could move the pusher instead of moving the button. Yes. The thing is where do I move the pusher to, right? You're so tricky. You're so tricky. I could try to put a top sensor right here. All right, let's try that. Is that going to get it in there though? I don't think that's going to work. This guy was the one that was coming in last, right? I'm going to try something here. We're going to do this. Right there. We're going to try and do it this way. And hope it can slide it in there. Right? Then... top sensor. See, I gotta watch it here because that guy's got to drop in. Gosh darn it! Um... I've had this problem once before. It was a puzzle a long time ago where we had two things coming in on two different sides, and the problem was that we had to get a sensor to work. I just can't remember the solution though. And again, it's really hard to see without the blocks here. I have to see it. I have to see the blocks. It's just the way I am. I'm very visual that way. So this drops in. Oh, wait a minute. Let's just deactivate that button for a moment until I can see this, right? Right. And I think I'll move this back one more just to, just so as the whole 5 can move down here itself. Yeah, something like that. Run that. Do this. Okay, so everything is fine. So they drop in first. He drops in next. All right. And then, see, this is fine by me. These guys coming in here and bumping up against this is fine because they'll fall into place as soon as he gets out of the way. These guys, we're going to try to shove this guy. I'm going to try and shove this guy, but see, I can't do that either. Yeah, and I can't do that either because that won't weld properly. Oh, god darn it. It's fine. So this is the guy, this is the last guy that gets here. Alright, well that's good to know. If we do this. Alright, so that guy did roll right on there. That's great. But that isn't going to help this guy. Or is it? Let's be really careful about this. Yeah, see, he's high. He's too high. I can't put a button here. And he gets welded. Okay, so where's everybody else at? He is the last guy that drops in. I mean, really, I should be able to run the button off of him. Right there. If this were to play right, something like that. As soon as he drops in, he gets out of here, right? So here's our two bottoms. There's our. Oh. Now what? Oh, of course he's that. Of course he hasn't dropped in yet, so he is stuck out there. Gosh darn it! Give me a break, game. Give me a break. Give me a break. Let's see. How am I going to get him in there? I mean, I could try to drop him in all the way from the top. How about the pusher being where the mag drops into? You mean this one back here? So it has to be there to push the whole block. The sliding in idea kind of was a good idea. Oh, wait. If I do this, and then I do this, and then I put the button right here, I don't know if this will work or not. Again, without it being here for the visualization effect, it's hard to know. I think it's going to be too fast. I think it's still going to shoot off. If I move the button over here one, maybe it will work. All right, well, let me see. Do that. Right, so see, the button is its own problem. I got to get the button out of the way, right? So if I put the button here, but now I think the problem is as soon as it drops in, it's going to kick this thing out 1 second too early, I think is the problem here. So this almost works, but not quite works. So there's one. All right, so now he drops in no problem, but now, all right, here comes our famous pieces. He stays in the air for the very last second. Yeah, see, he's like 1 second too early. What? Like, gosh darn it. He's a bum. He's a bum. Okay. Okay. Sure, he says. This is fine, he says. I could try to put the button here. Now, it's going to hold it up temporarily, but it should get it through the rest of the way. Right? I mean, you got nothing to lose, Max. That's true. Okay, so, I mean, you just spent 20 minutes trying to figure out this one button, which is disgraceful. Okay. Must admit, this has been one of the trickier puzzles I had to work on. I think when we built the tanks, I got around this by climbing everything up so high that I just dropped everything in from the top, is how I got around that. I really hate to do that, though. I mean, I may end up having to do it that way, though. All right, off you come. All right, here's our bases. Now, this will get stuck, but he shouldn't be stuck anymore. Wait a minute. Why is he still stuck up? Well, he's stuck up now, but I did expect him to get stuck up there temporarily. Oh, wait a minute. I could try to do this. Okay, do this. Just to save me a little wiring time. Do that and put him right there. Okay. I did expect him to get stuck up top. So I don't have an issue of him getting stuck up temporarily. I just expected when he fell in, when he got past all that, he would let that go, right? So here's where I expect him, right? So yes, right now that piston is pushed out because he's going by the button, right? So if I come over here, we're going to see that piston is pushed out. There it is. But he should go by here, and this button should turn off. So we're gonna forward a little bit more. Yeah, see? Why didn't he drop? He did not drop because he pushed the thing out again. Oh, wait a minute. Then don't worry about that. Can I do something like this? Okay. This will be entertainment. And I'm going to do this and do that. Okay. Run. So, you want to take me on, game? I will figure this out. Oh yeah, we'll figure. If I have to do it the tank way, where I push everything way up into the air, like I just don't care, I will do that. It's just really. All right, so now he's dropped in. Great. All right. Now, are the tops going to get on there before this guy gets around? And. Take that, game. Take that. All right. Where was I? Oh, yeah. We're going to solve the rest of this puzzle. Scum game. Take that. Let's clean this up. I'll teach you, game. I'll teach you. All right, we don't need this stupid stuff in here anymore. This button I can clean up as well. We can at least move the wiring over a little bit to make it a little cleaner, right? Sure, he says. Okay. Yep, there we go. Dun, dun, and then we can get rid of all this, and get rid of all this silliness here, and get rid of all this. Get rid of that. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, we got it. It just thought it was getting somewhere. Wasn't getting anywhere. Okay, so we got the cube all together. Now we just got to stick it in the machine and put some lasers behind it just before it shoots it in. I am perfectly fine with this. All right, how are we doing for time? Oh, we're only at an hour. An hour and 20 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. Wow, this is really far out here, Max. Are we getting a, is that everywhere? Yes. Yes, no? Is that in? Oh, wow. Your eyesight is amazing. I know, right? So we're going to take these 3, 4 out. And we're going to put cubes in here, right? Okay, so let's run that, confirm that. I'll figure out the lasers down there, right? Someday I'm going to notice what? What am I going to notice now? What did I mess up? Oh. Well, besides breaking the thing, what did I break here? Why did that not... Oh. Right. Okay, that's fine. Floating belt. It will be fine. I sort of caught it. You guys are so smart. And so mean sometimes, but smart. Okay, so there. He's done. Alright, and I can't believe this piece gets in here just in time. Boom. Look at that. That is so beautiful. Okay. No, dude. No. I need you to be one more block. Okay, and then he's going to come down here. Now, when he falls down, we'll have him drive a little bit forward, and then we'll shoot him in the back. It's basically what I'm going to do, right? This is easy. Big hole in the center, no problem. 1, 2, and then put some lasers here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we'll put a button down here. It can happen just before he goes in, right? Yep, somewhere's around here. One button. It's even facing the right spot. Excellent. So we can do this. Now, again, I could take every second belt out. I could save a whole bunch of blocks here doing all kinds of trickery. Doesn't matter to me. We want to get on to the next puzzle. So let's just do that. Alright, that should do that. Alright, run away. Okay, so, do. And them guys drop in. That guy comes around. Them guys bunt up to that. They slip in. He comes out. I hope everybody's welded. Okay, he drops down. And all good, right? Boom. Oh yeah, that's a block, people. Look at that. That's 9. Okay, so we got the wait a minute. What? Where is your block? Why are you missing a block? Why did the first one work and not the second one? Oh, darn it. The first one works so good. Why did the first one work so good? Okay. And then, yeah, okay. Excellent. So you guys come in. Yep. Everything is fine. Bump, bump, bump. This guy's coming down. Oh, what? What happened to the timing there? Gee whiz. Gosh darn it. Everything was good. Yeah, well, the real solution here would be to move this entire thing to the right 5, like, say 4 blocks. Okay. So if we do that... You remember that area select? Yeah. We're going to try that out right now. So... Area select, he says. Okay, and... Move it over 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. Oh my goodness. That is so awesome. Wait a minute. It didn't grab everything. Why didn't it grab everything? Did I leave something out of the block? 1, 2, 3, 4. I did too. Just a second. Wait a minute. I'll go back to this and then go back to area select. Okay, so we'll try again. So area select. Yeah, I forgot that other row. Yeah, you gotta come out here one more, dude. You don't want to come out here one more, do you? No. Okay, I got a plan. What did I just do there? Darn it. Where's the undo button? Oh, Control Z does work. Oh, awesome. Okay. Just a second. I got a cure for that. Just put some fake blocks out here temporarily. In fact, I got to put the fake blocks all the way down to here, right? Okay. So now we'll try area of effect. So we start back here and we drag all the way out to this guy. Right to there. Now is everybody included? No. The wiring's not included. Gosh darn it. Fine. Try again. Okay. Now is everybody included? Looks like it. Alright, so now we try and move this 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so hopefully everybody got moved on that, right? Oops, I meant to... Can I Control Z that? I love that! I can't believe the undo Control Z actually works. That's awesome. But let's extend this. And we're area select this and move it over. Yep. Boom. And then we can just get rid of that. Okay, excellent. I don't know if that's going to work or not. Might be too many, might be too few. Let's just clean this up. All right, let's see what happens. Area select, my new favorite toy. Oh, yeah. I mean, it would take me another 15 minutes to rebuild all that. That was much faster. Okay, so... Okay, he drops into place. Okay, bump, bump. Okay, and then... Alright, so that's good. That's great. Okay, it was a little close, but I'll take it. As long as these guys can get into position before the next block comes around. Okay, that's good. Okay, he gets out of the way. Okay, that's good. Second block is good, right? And it looks like we've got it this time. Well, yeah, we got it this time. Okay, and these guys are getting pew-pewed down there, right? Yeah, perfect. Oh, gee whiz. Okay, this puzzle drove me crazy. Yeah, we're down to 8. So let's have a look at the whole setup. This, of course, is our standard let's break it apart setup, right? Nothing exciting here. Boom. And, of course, same over here, right? This is our breaking things apart here. Just give me a second. Okay, I just fell to the ground. Yeah, did not expect the phone call. That happened. That was weird. Okay, so this is fine. Is everything okay? No, everything is going really bad down there. Yeah, I see that. Where does the timing fall apart? I noticed that just before I had to go, ahoy, this is the captain speaking. Well, I would have, except that the only people there was only very few people that would call me during this time, and it's usually pretty important, right? Okay, so I gotta figure out what falls apart here. Alright, so that's all good. Okay. Wow, I know what it is. So, when I fixed this, I didn't fix this. Darn it. Okay. How many blocks is this in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And I'll bet you if we count these, it's short. So we know there's 5 there. 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, it's short by 1. And that's why the timing's off. Yup. Really? Okay. Yeah, so yeah, if obviously we need both of these to be the same length, otherwise everything goes sideways, and it's not good. Rotate, because eventually what will happen is that the timing will get off by 1. By 1, by 2, by 3, by 4, by 5, right? So, right, everything has to happen at the same time. So now we should be in better shape. Yeah, they were off by one because I added that one extra block there at the earlier part. It set everything off by 1, and whoa, what happened here? Do I want to know? Not really. Okay, I guess we'll find out. It's like, oh, wait a minute. I can see what's wrong right here. It's not big enough to fall into, is it? When I copied it, did I not copy it right? I think I copied the wrong blocks at the bottom. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. So the bottom blocks are coming in. That's okay. He's not here yet, so that's okay. Alright. Oh, wow, look at this. Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, that's a problem. Alright, yeah, alright. Well, yeah, the thing now... So that's... Gee whiz. Gosh darn it, game! Basically, I gotta move it 2 to the left. Well, of course you do. Because if you just leave it alone, it would have been fine. Okay. This is fine, he says. This is just fine. Yep. This is just groovy. Sure, he says. We're just going to move this 2 to the left. I wonder if I could even try... if you try and grab it all the way out here, though, you got to make sure you're down at least 1 block. Because we got to catch that wire. Okay, I'll try that. We're going to try and grab the whole thing at once. Yeah, see, now that I've added that 1 extra block, and the unwired lasers and threw the whole timing off. Yeah. Okay, well, I mean, this is why we're going to try the area select block again. Let's just get rid of those right now, because I can see that being a problem. Like let's see if it will, how big of an area you can select. Sure. Okay. So now we want to move it, I would think 2 to the left. Let's hope 2 to the left is going to be fine. Let's not make it 3. Okay. All right. So now we got to hook a few belts back up here. Sure. Okay. We got to turn, we got to, okay, there's those 2, there's those 2, and these 2. Yeah, everybody wants to be a nice hero now. I'm just going to leave them parts on there because if I have to move this thing again, at least I know where I can grab it. Okay, so let's try and do that. Alright. Alright, so there's our 2 bottom pieces. Here comes that. Boom, he drops into place. Now, we're okay with 2 of these guys getting in here. But yeah, this guy has got to get here and push this guy out of the way. Right? Before the next 2 pieces drop in. Alright, boy, that was really close. Let's keep an eye on that to make sure it works right. That was really, really close. Maybe I should have went with 3 blocks. Wow, it's still not enough. Alright. Darn it. Fine. The sensor on the cube extruder is triggering 5 times and throwing the timing off. On the cube, the sensor on the cube extruder extraction? On the cube extraction? You mean over here or over here? Is firing 5 times. Yes, I agree. It is, because I mean, I could move the sensor. If I have to, I'll move the sensor out here by 5, so as it only fires the 1 time upon parking. Anyway, well, I guess I'll. Oh, you haven't moved it yet, Max. Okay. We'll try this one more move. We'll move it back to where it was. And then, if we have to, we'll move the sensor. Alright. 1, 2. There we go. That should have him parked perfectly. And we'll fix the belting up here. Okay, 1, 2. 1, 2. My concern now is that the tops aren't going to get here in time, right? I mean, the whole point of us moving that was to get the tops in time. I should actually be able to leave that alone. Oh, no, you can't. Okay. There we go. All right, we'll hit the fast forward on this. Oh, you mean this timing over here? Yeah, I mean, I can try to look at that, I guess. Okay, so you guys drop in. Okay, so you guys are in plenty of time. Now, anybody that knows me that plays this game knows that I will delay these suckers. Gosh darn it. Like, I will add a nice little loop-de-loo where it goes on for a nice little drive somewhere, right? If I have to. Okay, so... Like, yeah, the bottom ones, I will have them drive around all day. Like, I don't need them to... Okay. Is that what we're doing here? Alright, fine. Game, you don't know me. I will delay you forever. Yep. I only need to delay you long enough for you to play, to do what I want. It's gonna be fine. Yep. No, it's okay. I won't worry about the inside track yet. I'll worry about this outside one first. Yeah. Do. Well, that evens them right up, if nothing else. That makes it look really pretty coming in. I might be able to work on that timing a little better now. Okay, so then he slides in there. Okay. Groovy. Then the second guys come in. Alright, well, we like that. I mean, the timing on that's really nice. I almost think I gotta shorten the guy on the top now on this guy, because I think he's gonna cause me the next issue. Alright, anyway. The bottom ones are starting to catch up, though. No! No, you can't do that! Don't do that to me! Yes, they caught up. Gosh darn it! Oh yeah, look at this. I mean, this is beautiful. Okay. All right. Well, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna block everybody. Yep. It's one of the few times I'm actually gonna use blocker blocks for blocking. I'm just gonna block everybody until I want them. Gosh darn it. The only trick to that is that I can't block. Oh, it should be okay. Everybody should be allowed through until the first block goes through. Well, let's test that on the bottom. Yep. Okay, so this is going to be a blocker. And that's going to be a blocker. And we're going to run some wiring up here. It's going to be great. Sure, he says. Okay, that was bad. Why didn't you just drag that out, Max? I don't know. It's fine. Do that. And now, I want this wire. Okay, and then this wire can come down. No, okay, so... Alright, do you want to try and put the top blockers on there too? Sure. My concern is that these are already delayed. I don't know if I can do that with the top side. Because these are delayed by 1, right? Oh, I know how to get around that problem, though. You should do this. Yup. Not you. Where are you? Right there. There we go. I can take them pusher pins out of there now. Pusher blocks. Because I won't need them anymore. I should take them out of there now. I'll just replace them with, like, dud blocks for the moment. Take him out, and do that. There, now I can do this down here. Something like this. And right there. And, alright, well, we'll see what happens there. It's so hard to point the right thing in the text. I know, right? Lasers will lack wiring on one of the sides. Will they? Alright, well, that all looks good. Oh, yeah, see, this is bad. Wait a minute. This doesn't have to be bad, though. Because, no, we can just slide these in. We've got the technology to do that. Stop that. Yeah, we can just slide these in. We don't have to do it this way. Okay, yeah, 5, and just so as things don't fall down, we'll guarantee that with a block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Okay. And then a block. Okay. Gee whiz. Oh, on the end of at the end of the major last wall. Oh yeah. That's bad, isn't it? I wonder where they've been going the entire time. Sure. Do you think any timing's been affected by that at all? Who knows? I'm sure it's fine. Sure it's fine. Okay, so everybody's now delayed here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this guy's going to come along. He's going to trigger this, by the way. Right? So they got released. He falls into place. Oh, they missed. What happened there? Why did they fall off here? Oh, because the pusher blocks, or the blocking blocks, kicked them back out. And they're all off by one? Oh, gee whiz. Right. Okay, that's fine. This is something I've had to take care of before. Sure. You gotta... Gosh darn it. Okay. This one's gotta go this way. This one's gotta go that way. Okay, we can probably steal it right from that wire there. Is that going to fix that? So, when we made the tank, and we used blocks like this, when we made the tank and we did blocks like this, every time I used one of these to stop the tank from moving, once the tank got its piece, I had to do this little shuffle bit where the tank got shuffled to the left or the right, and then I had to shuffle it back to the right or the left, which is what I'm doing here. Okay. Oh, except that didn't work. Because it was... Yes, this is what I want to do, but it's not quite right. Wait a minute. I don't need all this fancy get up. I don't need all this. I just need to do this. No. Turn that. Yeah. I just need to force it back onto the track once it gets once it gets over there. I just need to do that. So they're going to get pushed off of here temporarily. I just need to push them back onto the track once they get done. So I can do this with the bottom too. So I just got to do the same thing down here. No. Don't you be so fancy. Alright, so down here I just got to do the same thing. We just got to push them back onto the track once we do that. Okay, run that, do this, up this. There we go. So they'll come in here, they'll get kicked off, that's fine. We're just going to push them right back onto the track as soon as they get around the block, right? So this guy comes in, right? Now they're going to be pushed off. Oh, I forgot to put a thing in here. You got to do this. Okay, yep, 1, 2, and 3, and... Oh, wrong side. That would be bad. Okay, there we go. There, that should fix that. All right. Yeah, so when they get pushed over, they'll land on this conveyor and then get pushed back in as soon as they have the chance, right? Yeah, there we go. See? Done. And then they slide in. Oh. Okay, your job is to fix this. And you guys are waiting. Right. Everybody should be waiting. Everybody gets pushed out of the way. Okay. That looked good so far. That down there I'm not worried about. Okay. Hey, this is slightly over-engineered more than I would like, but it's working fine. All right, I think we're gonna get out of this puzzle. Holy smokes. That's, wow, so long in this puzzle. That all went sideways so fast, didn't it? All because of double dropping. Okay, but it is making its way out the door now. Thank goodness. Yeah, if it works, don't break it, right? There we go. We're gonna get out of here. All right. I'm not overly happy with that solution. Anyway, it's gonna work. There we go. Yeah, my block score, 646, 955. My cycle score is fine. The cycle score could be like a little bit slower, but I think that's because we just do one round. But my footprint score and my block score this one, wow. Can you say bad? And that's because of all the extra engineering on that. I think what I would have done is I would have used a second set of blowers, pushed everything into the air, and then dropped it down just like we did with the mega tank just before the end of the first set of campaigns. That would have made that so much easier than what I just did there. This was ugly. Okay, well, let's have a look at the next one, because that's what we do. Okay, look at this. Solar panels. And once again, I'm hoping the heavy lift work. Yikes, I'm scared to ask about it. Okay, so, I mean, this looks real fancy, doesn't it? It's actually very simplistic. So, we get a bunch of satellite stuff out of this. We get our solar panels. We get 6 solar panels and 3 cubes out of this thing, okay? Meanwhile, down here, we are getting a big old chunk of slab, all right? So, on the big chunk of slab, they want us to put 27 solar panels. All right. So, we need to get 27 solar panels out of this thing. Right. So, what we're going to do is, first things first, we're going to take seven of these and bring them out, right? Now, now, by the way, I guess I should point this out. So there's 9 pillars down there. Each pillar has 3 solar panels. That's 27 solar panels. All right. First thing we're going to do is we're going to bring out 7 satellites. Now, when we bring out 7 satellites, we got to get rid of these middle blocks. At the same time, we're going to lose 2 of these solar panels, leaving us 4 left. So 7, 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's 7 I'm bringing out here. Anyway, I'm going to end up with 1 extra solar panel, and we're just going to shoot that one. We don't care. I don't care about that one. So you're going to see what happens here. We're going to bring out 7 of these. We're going to shoot the centers out of them. All the blocks are going to drop down onto these conveyor belts, and then we're going to stack them into 3s and put them together. Oh yeah, that's a thing. It's awesome. Then we're going to take all them stacks and magically put them over here. All right. This is fine, he says. This is perfectly fine. Okay, here we go. So here comes our solar panels. Okay, we won't worry about that. We'll watch this first because actually this is really cool. All right. All right, so here comes our last set. Boom. Right? So they break apart. Hey, us. Look at us go. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's pretty sweet. Now, I did mention that this last panel, right, this last I forgot. I got to do something with this guy. I got to shoot him. I got to blow this guy up, right? What I was gonna do is I was just gonna stick a laser out here. It's gonna be really cool. All right, yeah. But to make this last tower, I needed 2 pieces from this side and 1 from the other side. So we're going to let that happen. There. That's perfect. All right, so we're going to stop that there for a moment. I am going to stick a laser beam right there. And we're going to hook that up to the wire that's floating right there. All right, so this should get rid of my extra piece that I don't need. I don't need this piece. It's just one extra piece. I'm literally just driving it over here, and we're just going to shoot it. The problem with the grinder is that I'd have to drop the entire satellite down to get rid of it. And that just makes it messier, right? Like, I'd have to drop each satellite down. I'd have to destroy one cube. And I guess that is kind of a solution, except that, I can get all the towers done at once here, right? Well, yes, I guess I could blow it up into the grinder and get rid of the centers. It kind of do the same thing, I guess. I mean, that is one way to do it. Maybe what I'll do later is, well, you know how you can have like 3 different solutions? Maybe that's something I'll try to do as a different type of solution. Just so as I can get this one done. Because right now, I got all the towers made, right? So, right? Alright, so that guy's going to get blown up with... This guy should get blown up with the next thing. These guys should all get kicked off on the next thing, right? Right? So, this guy just got shot in midair because I don't care about him. These guys just got all kicked off of here, right? Yeah, look at that. It's beautiful. They all got kicked off. Perfect. So, what are we going to do with them? And of course, here's our blocks, right? That one isn't shaped right. That's bad. Okay. Well, we'll fix that in a second, I guess. So... Yeah, he's one too big. Why is he so big? Is he... Now I'm worried about not getting these done in time. Isn't that weird? The first one cut properly, and then everyone afterwards isn't getting cut properly. That's kind of weird. I mean, I could fix it later. It's not a problem. There's always a way to fix it later. Yeah, so it's doing 6 cuts. Okay. Well, that's interesting. How do you think you're going to weld the center solar? I have no idea. Look, I had such a great plan right up to this point. Yeah, how do you weld the center? I have no clue. No clue. Well, yeah, because I doubt that that's going to stay in there free-floating, isn't it? It's almost like you'd have to do this in 2 pieces. Oh, that stinks. Oh, thanks, autosave, for everything. Well, I mean, if that's the case, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, because you're going to have... I guess you're going to have to split the base into 2. The problem is that that first piece came out short. That's really a bummer. Yeah, well, that's... Yeah, that, in fact, that's probably what you have to end up doing. You kind of gotta weld them together. The problem is that that first piece, I don't know why the first piece ends up being one shorter than the rest. That's really weird. Like, that was just... It's just really weird that the first piece ends up being short. I just don't know why that is. I'm going to let this run down here for a second. Okay. So, the first piece is cut 5x5 size. So why is the next piece not? Like, it's just really weird. So, like... Yeah, so now it's one too big. I don't know. That's another one of the mysteries of the day, right? Anyway, I'm assuming that this actually works out really good. I mean, we got the good timing on. I mean, we got the solar panels we want. Now I just gotta figure out what is it I want to do with this mess. Well, and then I gotta drop the solar panels on top of it, right? Sure, he says. Okay. Yeah, because I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm assuming it has to be welded. Can't see it not being welded. So how do you get it, like, because this is only 5 wide to begin with. It's not like, I guess you'd have to cut it 3 and 2. That's going to be really tricky. Okay. Let's see. What I'll do, I'm going to run it. And what is the spacing on that? Alright, so I'm going to try to cut it every 3 blocks. And do it that way. Alright, so... So there's 1. There's 2. There would be 3. Where is this at? Okay, so... Okay, yeah, 1, 2, and 3. Man, that's a terrible spot for that. I could try to put a top sensor right there, I guess. Okay. No, you can't put a top sensor there because that thing's going to keep firing every chance it gets. Oh man, that stinks. And the other problem, Max, is this seems to be off by 1. What are you going to do about that? I mean, I could try to get this sensor to work down here, I guess. Maybe that will solve my problem. Alright. If I take the sensor away from there and I just try to make it work down here instead. Okay. I'm just looking to see where I've got everything wired up at. Because, you know, things. Boy, you got quite the mess going on here, Max. It's fine. Okay. I think that doesn't... oh, is that where I've got these hooked up at? It's right there? No. Is that going... Yes. That's not hooked up into anything, Max. That's just a wire. That's just a wire. What? Okay. You were fooling yourself with that one, buddy. Okay, well, let's see if I can't make that work. Sure. Oh, yeah, that everything is off now, right? I mean, it's disco time. I mean, it's a disco, but yeah, this looks really bad. Okay. Yep. So, no, don't put it there. Put it up here. Well, no, but that's what this did. Basically, that's what you were doing there with that. Alright. I think I can move it. No, you can't move it any more closer than that. Yeah, so you're still off by 1 there. No, put that back there. Okay. And now, put this here. Put that there. I don't think that's going to make any difference. Right. Right, so my first block that came out is 5 big. Yeah, and see, these guys don't fire yet because they're still one too far. I wonder why that is. All right, well, unfortunately, my time is up. I am going to have to figure this out. I am going to post the schedule here shortly. This comes back on Tuesday, actually. I think it's Tuesday? Yeah, I think I have this back on the schedule for Tuesday. Icarus on Monday. This comes back Tuesday. I'll see if I can't figure out the puzzle by then, right? Yeah. Like, I'm almost tempted to, like, scrap the first block and then just take every block afterwards. Because every block afterwards comes out as 6, which is great. That first block comes out as 5, though. I'm literally tempted to just scrap the first block and then, figure out a delay for these guys, right? And then just delay it around. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with that. Not quite sure how I'm going to pull that off yet, but I'll figure it out. It'll be fine. Okay, with that, I'm Max. This has been Infinifactory Rebels, where we spent way too long getting that last puzzle done. That was, I thought I had that set up so nicely, and it was like, oh yeah, you're just going to put this last piece together, and yeah, that all kind of went sideways, didn't it? Yeah. Solution: craft 1 strip of solar, multiply it by 3. You mean, well, okay. The only problem with that is that I think the laser will be firing too fast half the time. The timing on this thing down here seems really weird. It just seems really weird. Anyway, I'll look at it. Big thanks, of course, to everybody that's been watching. Of course, to live chat, including Gmods, of course, Ace, Mr. O, and of course, all those out there. I appreciate very much. Of course, the schedule I will post on Twitter, Instagram, whatever we're calling it, X, Y, Z, whatever letters. And of course, on my Discord here in about an hour or so. Icarus Monday is there. This, I think, comes back Tuesday. And then AutoForge is... Maybe AutoForge is Tuesday and Thursday, and this is Wednesday. Anyway, the schedule will be out in a couple hours. We have AutoForge a couple of times coming up this week with me doing it live. We have this coming up this week, and we, of course, have Icarus coming up this week as well. I want to thank everybody for hanging out and doing all the things. And with that, I'm off to have a bite to eat because, of course, surgery, recuperating, all the things. I'm supposed to be sticking to a schedule. I'm not very good at that stuff. But I want to thank y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care.